We all have moments when we look at ourselves and feel like we've become someone we never intended to be. Someone we might even consider a monster. We think about the decisions we've made, the hurt we've caused, and the person we've become in the process. But the truth is, no matter how far you feel you've fallen from who you once were or who you thought you'd become, there is always a path back. Apologizing for the monster you think you've become isn't about saying you're weak or that you're unworthy of love and forgiveness. It's about acknowledging that you are human, that you've made mistakes, and that you are choosing to do better. We all go through struggles, pain, betrayal, loss, that shape us. Sometimes those experiences force us to build walls, to protect ourselves in ways that cause us to act out of character. In these moments, we might harden our hearts, become bitter, or adopt behaviors that harm others. We may become disconnected from the compassionate, loving person we once were, and that feeling of disconnection can make us feel monstrous. But here's the important thing to understand. This is not the end of your story. It's simply a chapter. And apologizing for what you've become is the first step toward rewriting the narrative. When you apologize for the monster you've become, you're acknowledging that the actions and behaviors you've exhibited no longer align with the person you want to be. It's not about groveling for forgiveness. It's about recognizing that growth is possible and that your past doesn't have to define your future. Apologies are not just about the other person. It's also about you. By taking responsibility for the harm you may have caused, you're allowing yourself to heal. It's in this act of self-awareness and honesty that true transformation begins. But change doesn't happen overnight, and an apology is just the beginning. It's not about erasing your past mistakes. It's about using them as stepping stones toward a better version of yourself. It's about understanding that the anger, the hurt, the bitterness, these are all reactions to pain. And while they may have helped you survive at one point, they no longer serve you. Apologizing is not just about seeking forgiveness from others. It's about forgiving yourself, giving yourself the chance to grow, to move forward, and to rebuild your relationships with compassion and authenticity. You have the power to change. The key to transforming from the monster you feel you've become into someone stronger, kinder, and more connected is found in your willingness to embrace vulnerability. It's in allowing yourself to admit that you've faltered, that you've hurt others, and that you want to do better. And as you take that step forward, remember that the road ahead won't be easy, but it will be worth it. The most powerful transformation happens when we choose to acknowledge our flaws, face them, and work every day to become better. You don't have to remain the person you've become. You don't have to be defined by your past. The beauty of being human is that we can grow, learn, and evolve. Apologizing for the monster you've become is about finding strength in vulnerability, taking responsibility, and choosing to live differently moving forward. It's a declaration that you are more than your mistakes, that you are capable of change, and that the future you're creating is one of growth, healing, and love. So take that step. Apologize, not just to others, but to yourself. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness, and remember that the journey toward becoming the best version of yourself starts with one powerful decision: to change.